Hello, this is Ashima Sharma with Ayuka AI and Data, and you are on our podcast episode 2 about tackling AI anxiety with Ashima. In our first episode, we had a conversation on why AI anxiety. Why is everybody feeling so anxious with AI coming in? You know, we are reading constantly in news that AI is actually replacing jobs. There are layoffs happening as a result of the jobs that AI can now do. And I have a little bit of a second opinion on that, which is that maybe it is the regular layoffs that the companies are doing, and they are putting this label of AI and maybe overusing that label. And I have a feeling that we are not necessarily in that very critical spot of really truly losing a full job. So then you ask, what is really changing? What is it that changes in the jobs as a result of AI? And we talked about the task breakdown last time. Now, task breakdown means we are able to chunk the task into multiple pieces. And there are pieces that AI can do really well. And there are also pieces that humans have to absolutely do. And I'm going to give you some examples like analyzing large pieces of data. AI can do that really, really well. Drafting an email or a proposal, AI can do it really well. For humans, it's the evaluation of the output that we do really well, and we have to continue to do really well. And then there is also the ethics, the nuance that we bring into the output that AI has given to us, and making sure that we are actually providing all of the context to AI. That is all of us humans' job, and that will continue to be part of our jobs. So when we task out within our jobs, we task breakdown, we're able to see where the tasks are that are really relevant to AI replacing them. And then where are the tasks that we as humans have to continue to get better at because we will not be replaceable in those tasks. So let's talk about it. What does it actually mean for you? And what can you do in this particular situation right now where you are? I am going to urge you to take a few steps. Number one, take a self-assessment, and that self-assessment is a very simple assessment. Today, if you have started learning AI, I want you to think about, are you using AI every day? Is there some kind of a tool that you have become so well versed in and continue to use it? If so, you are ahead of the game already. You are doing a good job. Now you need to continue to use new tools and other tools. Then I'm going to ask you in this very self-assessment to think about 10 different tools that are AI-oriented tools, AI-enabled tools. It could be the same SaaS softwares that you were using previously but are now AI-enabled. What are those tools that you can name? And if you can name 10 or more, then you are in good shape. You are actually learning, you are able to use, you are able to name these tools and say, yep, these are tools that I am literally using. So not only name the tools that you know about, name the tools that you're actually using or have used. And that is something that is another assessment for you. Now, we're in a critical period, and there is another piece. So this is your self-assessment. And if you find that in your self-assessment, you are coming short and you are not able to use an AI tool every day, the fix is very simple. You are now going to start using an AI tool every day. And it's a matter of learning, right? And it's a matter of seeing what works for your workflow the best. So we are now speaking about the assessment. We are speaking about how you can really assess where the bar is and where you are. Now we will talk about how the bar and the assessment of the bar is really hard to get depending on where you are and how you are connected or not connected to the broader ecosystem of AI. When you live in a very high-tech and high innovation area, it is very easy to have those conversations because those are your everyday conversations. Those are your dinner table conversations. When you have moved away from that, or you are in a area like I am in Ohio, which is a great place to live, but the ecosystems are micro ecosystems. So we have to connect, and we have to take that additional extra step to connect ourselves to those innovation ecosystems. And that is something that I urge you to do as well, because for us, the anxiety is deepening and it is becoming bigger because of the fact that we don't know where the bar lies. And when we connect to those ecosystems, those groups that have these discussions, it really becomes clear to us where are we in the whole ecosystem levels, right? And that is easier to understand. But the second benefit of being connected to an ecosystem is that you learn from each other, and it's an organic learning. It's an easier kind of learning. And I will say that that is a very, very important point in your learning journey for AI and being future ready. So find yourself a good ecosystem that you can connect with, and then become a part of that and continue to stay a part of that. Find new groups and new areas where you can connect. I will give you a few that we have here. We have a Women in AI group that we have started. It is not only for women, it is a LinkedIn group that we have, and we do events that are in person as well as virtual. So if you would like to join that, let us know. We would be happy to send you a link to join that group. It is a completely free of cost group. There are other ecosystems that are innovation ecosystems within the area. So if you're connected to the entrepreneurial ecosystem around here, like the EC, that's a great innovation space as well. From a technical standpoint, if you are connected to people who work in technology, that's a great place to be. If you have friends who can plug you into those ecosystems, that is very helpful as well. I would say that the communities that we are forming have to be intentional now, and that's what is a very critical part of this. The third thing I will talk about today, what you can do and what is changing, is that having durable skills. There are two types of skills. There are perishable skills, and perishable skills continue to change over time. So the things that were really advantageous before to know, like typewriting, is a completely perished skill set right now. So when you want to show up skilled, you want to show up skilled with the most modern skill sets. And some of the skill sets that you learn are in that perishable category still. Now, I'm going to talk about the second category of skills, which is the durable skills. Now, those skills will continue to be all the rage all of the time. We're going to want to know those skills, and if we already have those skills, we want to hone in on those skills, and we want to make sure that we are doing all the right steps and all the right things in order to use those skills and make them even better. So make them your power kit, right? Power toolkit, and those become then your true durable skills that no one can take away from you. I will say that with AI coming in, critical thinking has become even more important. Creativity is a durable skill that has become even more important. But we will talk about certain ones that have become extremely important as it relates to AI, and it applies to all industries. You name it: HR, finance, healthcare, project management. These skills will apply across the board. So number one is problem framing. Problem framing is a skill set that's a durable skill set. We used to call it problem solving as well. Now it's problem framing, framing that problem for AI and interpreting it for AI in a way that has context, that has enough information, that has a role, that has an expectation. So problem framing. What are you trying to solve, and what output do you need from that solution? And then the second durable skill in terms of AI is output evaluation. So knowing what output you are being provided by AI, is it correct? Is it relevant? And the very difficult thing to do is what is missing, because AI provides these very coherent and very good answers that look and feel good when you're reading them. But what you are not thinking about is what could be completely missing from these answers. So I was recently writing a proposal, and I had put in all of my prompts really well for my tool, and I was using Claude for that. And what I found is that there were some critical pieces even in that write-up that I had provided that AI had completely missed. So these are generative tools, and it is easy to see those misses, right? Sometimes those things get layered together and they are missed. And I wasn't quite able to pinpoint just at the first reading. So you have to be very critical and read it again, and then find what is missing, what is it that you need to have in that output. Another way of approaching this evaluation is thinking about who is this output going to? Who is this output's ultimate customer? So if you are writing a proposal, it is a proposal evaluator. If you're writing an email, it is the person you're writing the email to. Now think about what will they consider as good information in this email. And that is something that will bring you that what's missing, right? So that's another way of evaluating your output. The last durable skill that I will talk about today is workflow integration. So what is that? What that means is bringing in AI in the right way into your workflow. So ensuring that you are not just basing AI use on hype. You are not just using AI to learn a tool, because you use it today, you forget it tomorrow. But you want to bring it and integrate it into your workflow such that it actually makes your job easier and makes your life easier. Now, if you are able to do that, you are successfully using and implementing AI. And that is where learning critically happens. And that's another durable skill, to know which part of your workflow truly needs that AI help. So that is something that I would encourage you to do as well. This is as simple as it gets. The three very, very interesting and very, very needed durable skills right now: problem framing, output evaluation, and workflow integration. In fact, they are so key that I would be surprised if I don't start finding them on job descriptions going forward, because that is what the jobs will become. They will become all of these durable skills plus a few other skills that will round out a human in that loop. So thinking through all of this, it's really important that we are ready for the future. We are learning in the right places, in the right spaces, and we're not just creating more AI scatter and more AI debt, which is learning a tool here, looking at a tool there, hearing the name of a tool somewhere else, and a new tool came into the market and somebody else is using it, and then you jump onto it and you pay a lot of money for it. That is not what will make your workflows easier and your life easier, and that is not going to be a lasting, durable learning. So you do want to continue to hone in on your durable skills and then learn any tools that are actually making your workflows simpler. That is today's podcast, and I am looking forward to hearing your feedback. So please continue to let us know. In today's podcast, we discussed how jobs are really changing and what you can do to be future ready. So hopefully this has helped you. And if you have any other feedback for the next episodes, please let us know. We will be talking about industry-specific episodes. We will be bringing guests as well. Again, you are tuned into Tackling AI Anxiety with Ashima, and we are a part of Ayuka AI and Data. Thank you for listening.